Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo, and this is your cryptocurrency update. I think I'm going to talk to you for about 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm fired up, and you'll see why. First, I do want to talk about two new banks that are using Ripplenet technology, and then I want to get on a tiny little soapbox. Yes, I have a personal commentary about Dogecoin. And no, I'm not trying to convince you or to think the way I do. I just really feel compelled to give you how I feel. I've been in this space a very long time, and I feel like I deserve to be heard on this particular subject. So please allow me to do that. And also, what about the 10 billion missing XRP that is in the circulating supply? We're going to have a look at that as well. But first, May 1st, SBI announced that there is a new corridor live on Ripplenet technology. These are the rails. And the rails, as they're often called, provide that transfer of money from one currency to another currency. And in this case, it's between two banks, one in Vietnam and one in Cambodia. This is in the hotbed of the Southeast Asian region where Ripple is just growing so strong. Now, the money transfer business is utilizing the distributed ledger technology for the first time in Cambodia. That's a big deal. Here is Mr. Kitao, the CEO of SBI, and he is quoted as saying in the announcement that we would like to lead the globalization of finance using cutting-edge technology, such as by leading to the development of a transfer service that incorporates crypto assets. He's talking XRP here. Mark my words. And in an article published in Cambodia, this is the Phnom Penh Post, a SBI representative, Adam Traidman, is quoted as saying, "We will expand our collaboration to include digital asset based on remittance services in the future." So I'm telling you that using the digital asset XRP for remittances depends on regulations and liquidity. This is a step-by-step process. And just last week, a brand new position for a vice president in the SBI Ripple Asia, which is a joint venture of the company SBI and Ripple. They're looking for the right person to drive adoption and transaction volume over Ripplenet. This is really important what I'm about to say here. Transaction volume justifies players like market makers and exchanges to participate in facilitating ODL, which is the on-demand liquidity that uses the digital asset XRP, plain and simple. This new Ripplenet corridor, yeah, it is being talked about a lot in Asia, specifically Singapore, South Korea, even Russia, Thailand, China, and as you see here in Turkey. So someone tweeted out to me today that the Western media is just fixated on Dogecoin. Well, you know what? That's okay. Let me explain why. Doge will have utility with smart contracts on the Flare Networks platform in about a month and a half. That's a fact. And this space has been screaming adoption since I bought my first Bitcoin in 2014. They have just been thinking that the adoption was going to be here, but it never actually arrived. However, I think it is really arriving now, and it is coming on fast. And I think in part, thanks to Dogecoin. Now, you might want to say, oh, no. It doesn't have anything to do with Dogecoin. It has everything to do with Elon Musk. Well, let me remind you, in 2016, 17, 18, 19, Tom Lee of Fundstrat was on CNBC, it seemed like almost every other day. Here he is saying in 2017 that Bitcoin could be worth as much as $55,000 in 2022. People at that time thought he was crazy. Bitcoin was $2,518 in July 2017. And at that price, people said, oh my God, it's a bubble. It's a bubble. The same thing they're saying about Dogecoin today. Well, Bitcoin had risen from $800, so it was quite a rise. My point is here, never underestimate speculation. Never. And Bitcoin has the same utility as Dogecoin, and it's sitting at 57,475. I've been in this space long enough to know that I see the repeat of the same narratives. Here you can see Lee again, just 2 years ago, asking everyone, well, 99% of the US dollar is speculative. Why discredit Bitcoin? Because there was so much discredit of the digital asset Bitcoin. Listen, I swing trade. Everybody knows that. I swung out 100% out of Doge last week. I did it actually in 2 sales last month. And so I'm not here to pump your Doge wallet, not at all. But when you talk about adoption comes step by step. Just in the last 24 hours, the American Cancer Society announced that it will accept Dogecoin for donations. This was inspired by a very long-time Dogecoin developer who just recently passed away due to cancer. Yes, Dogecoin does have a few developers. And the co-founder of Doge, if you do your research, you'll find that the first month that it went live, he said that he hoped that it would be a global tipping coin and used for good. And I think this is a perfect example of where Dogecoin is being used for good. I just think that when you take a look at where Bitcoin was in 2014 when I first was attracted to it and where it is today, it has really been pretty much kidnapped by the Wall Street type firms around the world, and Dogecoin just isn't there. The adoption doesn't come easy, everyone. DBS, the largest bank in Singapore, announced that its digital exchange platform, which allows only high wealth clients to custody and trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin Cash, they had a record first quarter in regards to profit for 2021. Yeah, surging 72% to a record 1.5 billion. And the cryptocurrency platform increased 10x. It's taken years and years for Bitcoin to get this level of support. So I just really think that, in all fairness, if the masses wish for Dogecoin to have utility, and if it is believed that it is valuable and has that same sense of value that Bitcoin has, why? I don't understand the people, I guess, who just are the haters out there. And that's the soapbox I wanted to get on. It's only 2 inches high. I'm going to step off it now. So let's briefly look at this circulating supply. So yeah, let's talk about it, because there's a lot of rumors going around that there's 10 billion missing of XRP. Well, okay, CoinMarketCap, they show that the circulating supply is only 35 billion, all right? Well, let's go to the cryptocurrency live prices. You see that the circulating supply is 46 billion. And you go to live CoinWatch and the circulating supply is 46 billion. And you go to CoinGecko and the circulating supply is 46 billion. So I'm going to tell you, and you can go and read an article from XRP Arcade also, who talks about this problem popping up in the past. I'd say CoinMarketCap has a little bit of a problem. Not that there's missing XRP anywhere. This is something wrong with the API that's gathering the data, which, by the way, all of the sites that I just showed you, they sell a service for their API because they guarantee that they get the best, they draw the best data. Well, that probably is debatable right now. All right, everybody, we are jumping to the fluff. And what I want to talk about is something that's kind of interesting. There's a Japanese company that aims to set up a public ropeway transit system in the neighboring prefecture next to Tokyo called Kanagawa. It's a castle town. The city is called Odawara. You know, and I just want to make a comment on this picture. This is a really old picture. If you look at the cars, it looks like it's like, I don't know, early 90s, I think. And I have never seen traffic like this in Tokyo ever. So don't think that this is the way it looks like in the metropolitan areas. I have never seen this. This must be because of an accident, possibly. But this particular transport car, which has the capacity to hold 12 people, if they space it in a 12 seconds apart, it can transport some 3,000 people an hour, and they're calling it Zippar. And I thought, well, this is kind of a crazy proposal, right? And I thought the idea was a little far-fetched. But looking at the team and looking at the bios in detail, we've got a master in engineering from the Tokyo Institute of Technology. There is somebody who is also on the faculty of the Science and Technology at Keio University, and the former Honda research and developer is with them, along with the COO from Hakuhodo. So this team has legs. And I just wanted to tell you that Odawara is one of those really great little beach town cities that is so close to Tokyo. And yeah, it is a castle town. Here is an aerial view of what it looks like. It sits up on a hill. When the Shinkansen or the bullet train goes by, you really see a great picture of both the castle, and then you can, you look as you go towards Osaka, the castle's on the left and Mount Fuji's on the right. It's a really, really spectacular view. But during the Edo period, this was part of the route that would go from Tokyo to Kyoto, and there you'd have to go through the Hakone Mountains, and just about a 20-minute walk from the castle, you can actually start to get on some of the old original road that was traveled to get between those two cities. And it's great for hiking if you are into that at all. And there are 35,000, yes, 35,000 plum trees that bloom up in the village in that area, in the Hakone Mountains, the old Soga village of plum trees. And yeah, it has also great views of Fuji. This would happen in late January for these blossoms to look like that. And just so you can add it to your knowledge bank, I'm sure you recognize this very famous ukiyo-e woodblock print from Hokusai. This is the Great Wave of Kanagawa. So this is the wave that happened off the coast, right there where that castle and the new ropeway transport may happen by 2025. 2025, or was it 2023? It's like soon. I need to take a look at that. They want to do it by 20. Oh gosh. We just don't know. It's soon. It is soon. It is soon. It is soon. Sooner than I thought, but I think it's less complex when they go into the detail of how it's built and the cost. It's far less expensive to build because of the simplistic mechanism of a gondola system. And so, yeah, it probably is not that hard to build that kind of infrastructure, and it doesn't cost nearly as much money. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.